This is Kerrigan and Company. Why have a job when you can have a purpose? When you work for the Northeast Arc, you're joining a team dedicated to creating inclusive communities for people with disabilities. As an organization that supports more than 10,000 people each year, it's easy to find a role that fits your skills and passion. Become part of an organization that's been named one of the best employers in Massachusetts. Visit nearc.org/careers now to view job opportunities and apply. That's nearc.org/careers. It's all about the holidays on this episode of Kerrigan and Company.
Kerrigan and Company is here for you. Yes, Kerrigan and Company is here for you.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Kerrigan and Company. So good to have you with us today, and I am so excited about this show. We are talking holidays. They're upon us. Here we are, and there's all different ways to look at it. The first, the person keeping me company today, we're going to look at it from a giving point of view. He's got a wonderful story, and you're going to love hearing it. We're also going to talk lifestyle and some of the great ideas when it comes to hosting parties and events in your home. And then finally, we're going to talk about manners and some of the holiday etiquette that you should know to make this a successful holiday season. But first, let me introduce you, but I don't need to introduce you, to the guy keeping me company today. He was my first co-host here on Kerrigan and Company nearly 2 years ago. Can you believe
Really?
2 years ago. Lenny Clarke is with me, everybody.
You're aging in reverse.
Oh, God, I wish.
You look great. Oh, my God.
Oh, I know. There's a story behind that.
It killed me. I'm going to do that every time someone says that.
How are you, friend?
You know what? I'm all right, Kim.
It's good to see you.
It's great to see you. I had the accident.
Well, so I was just going to say, let me tell everybody this because I can't see this, but you and I were going to try. You and I were together hosting an event.
Yes.
In the summer sometime, was.
Yep.
And we were going to try to get together for another show, and then you had the audacity to go out. I mean, you could have just said, Kim, I don't want to come down and do it. But instead, you went and jumped off a bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what happened.
Well, I could probably...
Can you lift it up that high? Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that therapy's working.
Can you see that? Can you see it? Yeah. Anyway, I got a great therapist. Kayla, she's fabulous.
It actually is perfect. You just don't want to leave Kayla, right? Is that what's happening? I get it now.
Well, okay. I live in a vineyard because I married wealthy again. And I went to the beach that I normally go to. It had that red tide, and I don't like that because it gets all, So I said, I'm going to go to the Jaws Bridge and jump off the Jaws Bridge, which I do hundreds of times. So I went down, I got a parking space, I got on the bridge, 300 people there, average age 15. And I climb up and...
Right in your age group.
Yeah, right. And I'm standing on the top, and I go to bring my left leg up, and I hit the bottom of the bridge, and I hear a pop, and I go, oh, this isn't good. And I start falling into the water. Momentum is taking me in. Of course. And my leg is dead. And I'm looking at this little fat kid. Well, he wasn't little. He was a big fat kid eating a sandwich. I said, I hope he doesn't finish that sandwich and jump on and kill my other leg. So naturally, the tide wasn't going out. Thank God. I would have ended up in the Azores. And then these young kids said, you need help, mister? I go, yeah. So they helped me up, and then I collapsed under my own weight. And then a guy said, Lenny, go to the other side of the bridge because there's no rocks. It's all sand. You can crawl out, And I said, okay. So I'm crawling over there. And another couple helped me. And he said, see, honey, this is the guy I was talking about. Remember, I said, look, honey, even the old guy's doing it. No offense, sir. And I said, no offense taken. That's stupid. You got a whole story. So they called the fire department, and the fire department came down. Of course, they were excited because I did 8 years of Rescue Me. And Uncle Teddy, I'm going, yeah, nice. Shoot me with something.
Right.
Shoot me. Oh, my God. And then we went to the hospital.
You had to go to the Vineyard Hospital first,
Vineyard Hospital, nice people, great people down there. But, when you're going to get an operation, you want to go with the big boys. Yeah. So I want to go to the Mass General. They've kept me alive several times. Because in the last couple of years, I had 2 heart attacks, 2 strokes, and then this thing. I mean, I'm like a cat. I only got a couple more lives left. And they were wonderful to me. But it's just, I never saw this coming. And
well, how many months has this been, my friend?
Yeah, it's been about 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, I was in bed for 2 months on a machine that moved your knee. And I mean, I have the greatest doctor in the world, Doc Martin from the Patriots.
That's what you said.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Mass General.
The only difference is that, Tom Brady was the oldest guy he worked on, and now there's you.
Right, yeah. And Tom
what happened there?
Tom didn't have any problems. But Doc Martin, thank you, Doc Martin. Thank you, Mass General. Thank you. Oh, my God. A lot of people involved. No, Kim, it's all right. It makes for a great story. Plus, I got 10 more minutes of material. You know?
I bet so. That's the good news. Well, you seem to be doing well. You walked right in, and I think you're gonna be fine. No more jumping off of bridges, my friend.
Well, if we do, we got to film it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. If you're going to go through this, right. Listen, I wanted you to be here today because this year, 70th year of the Globe Santa program.
Oh, those people.
And you are out spreading the good word, representing them, which
the Globe Santa is such a great organization.
For anybody who maybe doesn't know, tell them what that is.
The Globe Santa, kids write letters, to Santa at the Globe, and then the Globe sends them prizes and gifts and toys, and it gives kids who never would have a Christmas, stuff under the tree, and they'll even provide a tree if it's needed. That's so wonderful. My dad worked for the Boston Herald. And he had he had some problems, and he was out of work. And my sister Bernice wrote a letter to Globe Santa because my parents, they were crushed. They said, Dad's out of work. We don't have any money. We probably won't have a Christmas this year. And that's all right, Mom. We don't need it. And my sister wrote a letter to Globe Santa, and they sent us boxes and boxes of toys. It was the greatest Christmas we ever had. It was amazing. And my father came downstairs and says, "Where'd all these gifts come from?" I said, "It's a miracle, Dad. Globe Santa. I work for the Herald. I'll lose my job." But I never forget. So every year.
And how old were you at that?
I was probably 8 or 9 years old.
And you got a fire truck.
Got a fire truck, got a hat, got all sorts of. It was the greatest. I couldn't believe all the prizes, kept unwrapping prizes. So I never forgot that, and I give back every single year to the Globe Santa, and I encourage others to do it because it's such a beautiful thing to provide hope and toys for kids who may have to go without.
Right. 30,000 kids are helped by Globe Santa every year, which is amazing. And over the years, there have been millions of kids.
Oh, yeah.
70 years.
Yeah.
Amazing, right?
And just, I tell you what, as I can tell you, the kids never forget that.
I'm sure.
It could be the only Christmas they have, but it is just something so beautiful, And Christmas is a time of giving, And I tell you, when you give to an organization like that, you get so much back just from the look on their faces,
absolutely,
and the love that you're spreading out there. Christmas is a good time. A lot of people don't even like say Merry Christmas anymore, but I still go Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you have great holidays. But if you can find yourself, if you have a couple bucks, maybe something in the car, some cash, send it to the Globe Santa, donate, because you're doing something so wonderful and so beautiful at a lovely time of year.
Well, what's cool about it is that with this organization, unlike maybe some others that maybe you have to do some shopping or you have to do something like that, you don't have to do that for this one.
No.
This is just really what they're asking from the public is just donations.
Right.
So it's pretty simple to do. And if you subscribe to the Globe or you can get your hands on the Globe, they'll certainly tell you there how you can go about donating. But you guys also host a big event every year, too.
Yeah,
right?
My brother Mike throws a fundraiser up at the club's usually hosted by Dave Russo. And
at Giggles, right?
At Giggles in Saugus, and we have a bunch of comedians come in, and people come, and every dime donated goes right to Globe Santa.
Yeah.
You know, and we love doing it. You know, it's one of those big nights out of the year. We really get a kick out of it.
Yeah, it's great. You know, Christmas is great, and I love it. The holidays are just fun.
Yeah.
And they're fun for adults. They're fun for everybody. But when push comes to shove, the holidays are about kids.
It's all about the kids.
Yeah.
It's all about the kids.
It really is.
It's the magic of Christmas.
Exactly.
And to see the look on kids' faces, you know, I mean, like, it's really strange. I used to go and visit kids in the hospital and everything, and you know, because I want to cheer them up a lot.
Sure.
Who is this old guy? You know, but, you know, not because now with the new show, if the show gets a big hit, then I can go and you know, I won't scare the parents. Who's this old guy visiting my children?
But it is the truth. Yeah. It's just, you know, no child. How do you explain to children? You were there. You walked it. How do you explain to your kids, I'm so sorry, but this year we just can't do it? You know, because first off, what do you mean? Where's Santa? Yeah. And secondly, you know, no parent wants to have to be.
Yeah, you don't want your father climbing up on the roof with a shotgun, firing up, say Santa committed suicide.
Right. Santa couldn't come. Sorry, because he just jumped.
This year.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, you just mentioned it. Listen, Lenny and I have talked about a lot of his really incredible projects, and God knows there have been some really great things that you've been involved in.
I've been lucky, blessed.
Well, listen, blessings, yes, but talent too.
Well, thank you.
But please, can we talk about what's coming out in March? This is,
yes.
I mean, I couldn't wait to get you here today to hear about it.
Well, I did a show called Stronger, and the director of that film asked me if I wanted to do a TV series with Nicole Kidman. I went, yeah! So this show, it's called Scarpetta. It's written by the great author Patricia Cromwell, and it's a lot of her Scarpetta stories. And Nicole plays like a Quincy, a medical examiner who goes and solves all these cases.
And her last name's Scarpetta, right? She's the character.
She's the character. It's also Jamie Lee Curtis and Andrea DeBossi, who was another Academy Award winner from West Side Story. So 3 Academy Award winners. Then you have Bobby Cannavale from Third Watch and many other movies and TV shows. And Simon Baker, the guy from The Mental. I mean, this is a star-studded show, and me. And we shoot it in Nashville, and it's such a great show. You know, as I say, I play Nicole's boss, and she's so sweet, such a nice lady, tall, gorgeous, and people say, how is she? I said, well, one day I was having a tough time with a line, this stupid little line. Geez, even I didn't see that coming. And I couldn't get it. Take 1, take 4, take 5. And I looked, I said, Nicole, I'm so sorry. She says, Lenny, it happens to all of us. I said, well, I don't see it happening to you, Nicole. And we became great friends, and she's just the sweetest lady to work with. And,
this series is going to be on Prime.
Right.
And it's going to debut in March. I think you said the 11th, right?
Right, yeah. And it's also...
Is it going to stream? Are we going to have to wait week by week, or is it going to all... Do you know?
You know, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to stream it.
Yeah, I love it when... I like it when they just drop them all, so I can just watch them at my leisure.
Yeah, exactly,
you know?
exactly.
But you said that they're already talking about a possible...
They picked up season 2.
Are you dead, or are you still alive?
Oh,
okay, good.
I'm alive. And my leg will be completely healed by then, because I think we start shooting again in January, February.
Okay, so this is just so cool. I got to get the whole lowdown here. First off, you said Jamie Lee Curtis is
awesome.
You shared the screen with her as well.
Yep.
She plays Scarpetta's sister.
Right.
Yep, exactly. Yep. What... Is your character in every episode?
No, I'm not. I'm a reoccurring character.
Okay.
I would love to be in every episode, but I play the head of the medical department. I get a big promotion from the governor, and
awesome.
and being Nicole's boss, though. You know, you see me giving her, like, not orders, but you're giving her instructions, and she just rolls her eyes and goes, yeah. But it's.
So you felt very comfortable. That's
felt
because of how everyone.
Yeah. I felt very comfortable. It's all shot on location, and it's in Nashville. And
so
I mean,
great.
it is just. What a treat to be able to do that.
Well, and that's it. I mean, you've been in a lot of really great things with some really big names, but this is a really.
Oh yeah,
this has really come along.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, and just everyone is so nice, because sometimes you do a show and there'll be a person you know what I mean, but you make believe, but that's really acting. Some of my best acting is with people I can't stand. Hi, how are you? Oh, it's so good to sit. Don't you look nice?
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, I love that. I can't wait to say that. But yeah, it's.
Well, I would think it would be. I would be intimidated, but you have been around a lot of these people a lot more than I.
Yeah.
Were you intimidated at all when you walked onto that set?
When Nicole Kidman walked up to me, I was floored because how tall she is, how beautiful she is, and how, oh my God, she doesn't make mistakes. I mean, she 60 pages, never a mistake, never goes up. Yeah. And I remember going, wow, this is pretty wild, know. And then, of course, with Jamie Lee, I did Halloween Kills, where I got murdered like you would never believe. Hi, good to see you. Look at all the fans we got out here. So I worked with her on Halloween Kills, and then to work on her with this show, but just really, really exciting, and I mean, let's face it, I mean, you don't see a lot of old white guys on television, I mean, they're Magnum PI, he's gone. Tom Selleck.
Right. He was in the Blue Bloods. Now that's even gone.
Now he's doing commercials for reverse mortgages. Tom. That's great, Tom. I would screw a lot of people with that.
Well, Tom Selleck's never coming on the show.
No, he's not coming on. You're not welcome here, Tom. No, I'm teasing. Kim would love you. Yeah.
All right. So again, let's tell everybody. Scarpetta,
I believe it debuts March 11th.
In March. I know it's March. Yeah, and I think
it's on Prime.
It's so exciting.
It's a great show. I mean, because when I'm on the set, I'm watching them film the other parts of it. It's a really well done show.
Awesome. Great. I'm so excited for you. And also, we got to take a break here because we got to get to Katie Biegel. But before we do, they're shooting a documentary about you.
Oh, right. Another director, John DePue, who I've worked with on a couple of films, he convinced me to do this documentary on me, and we've been doing so much, and then the bridge incident. So I think we're gonna have to film the bridge where I actually did it.
Yes, exactly. To try to explain why there's a little break.
That's still in the works. I forgot. I'm such a nitwit. But
I was interviewed for this.
Oh God.
I told Lenny I was actually interviewed for the documentary.
Yeah, when we were doing one of our
we were out at an event and they were there shooting and asked if I would chat about you for a few minutes. I told Lenny, I said, oh, he's a terrible guy. So I should be the start of it.
Yes, that's how it opens.
I figured I got to stand out, so I got to say something that everybody else won't say.
Oh my goodness. Oh, thanks, Kim.
Lenny Clarke is keeping me company every day. We're talking holidays. And again, just a quick reminder, Globe Santa.
Right.
They're celebrating 70 years. And if you're looking for a really wonderful place to put some money this holiday season, that is a great choice.
Make some kids happy. Make some kids happy.
Absolutely. When we come back, a lifestyle expert's going to join us. She's fantastic. She's going to tell us all about how we should all entertain this holiday season.
And later, Miss Manners.
Miss Manners will be here. So get on your best behavior.
I will.
This is Kerrigan & Company.
Since 1989, more than 1 million New Englanders have come to Bill Haney's North Shore Music Theater to see A Christmas Carol live on stage from December 4th through December 21st only. Tickets at nsmt.org.
This holiday season, you can find gifts worth giving at Parcels from Northeast Ark. This unique gift shop features products from across the United States and around the world, all made by people with disabilities or autism. I'm lucky enough to own several items from the store, including pottery and jewelry. The quality is incredible, and I love being able to support artists and entrepreneurs with diverse abilities. You can shop in-store at the Liberty Tree Mall or online at parcelsgifts.com. Shop online using the code KIM10 to save 10% on your purchase through December the 25th. This segment of Kerrigan and Company is brought to you by Lucia Lighting and Design, where people in the know go for the best possible lighting and design experience. Welcome back, everybody, to Kerrigan and Company. It's so good to have you with us. And, of course, keeping me company today is my good friend, Lenny Clarke. It's always so fun to have you here.
Great to be with you, Kim, always.
Yeah, you too, my friend. And it's so fun that we're talking about the holidays because, obviously, we are right in the middle of this.
Yes,
here we go.
Yep.
You know, do you guys just go, okay, flip the switch and now this is it?
Yeah. I mean,
that's kind of how I do it. You know?
Exactly. And the weather, the weather sucks.
Well, I know, but
it's the holidays. Yeah,
that's it. Exactly. Well, our next guest knows what the holidays are all about.
Yes.
I think she's somebody who flips the switch like I do and says, "All right, it is time." And I am so happy to have Lenny. If we go through her resume, we won't have time, and we'll have to end
we talked before the show. Oh my God, very successful woman.
Yes, she is. She is an author, and she's a chef,
and an actress,
and she's a lifestyle person, and she's a mom, and she's a wife, and I know she's a dear friend of a good friend of our show, and it is just so good to have Katie Lee Biegel with us today. Good to see you.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
We were just chatting off air and saying that the two of us had a chance to meet just briefly about a year and a half ago, and we've wanted to have you here on the podcast, and we're just so glad that you're here.
Me too. Thank you.
You bet. You know, one of the things I also left out that you are a wine maker. Katie, take a look.
Wow.
Look at this.
When do you sleep? My God.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I do manage to get my sleep. That's a number one for me. The sleep is at the top of the pyramid, then everything else falls into place.
Well,
that's my wine. Kind of wild. I co-founded a couple of years ago the company, all organic and zero sugar, because I love to drink wine, and it kind of dawned on me one day, why have I been eating organic grapes for the last 20 plus years, but I've been drinking conventional grapes?
Right.
So here we are.
Yeah, it's terrific wine. I bought a couple of the bundles at my house, enjoyed it for the Thanksgiving holiday, and everybody at my house loved it. So you have converted me.
I'm so glad
I'm kind of wild.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, it's really great.
I think it's like the more that you learn about organic wine, the more that you want to go that way, and especially the zero sugar. Like, if I'm going to have sugar, it better be a cookie.
Yeah, I'm with you, my friend. I'm there with you. I'm walking that. You know, Katie is someone that I have turned to many times through social media to figure out a recipe, and especially for the holidays. I mean, this is an important time in your life, I think, because you love to host, right? And have lots of great events at your house. Tell me about your favorite thing to do during the holiday season.
Oh, gosh, there's so many. I mean, to me, the holidays have taken on a whole new aspect and this just great fun of having a child. You know, she's 5 years old, and seeing the holidays through her eyes is incredible. And I also have always loved the entertaining aspect of this time of year. For me, it's the holidays and summer. Those are my two times that I'm like always blowing it out. So I'm actually getting ready this week. I'm having a cookie exchange party with a bunch of my girlfriends that I'm super excited about. And next week I'm doing a cocktail party. I like to do ham and martinis at Christmas time.
I love that. Wait. Ham and martinis. Let's talk about that. Okay, because now you're giving people who are listening are going, oh, I'm looking for a good idea.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? What do you serve?
Okay, so I love to do everything ahead of time, and I also really like finger foods so that you're not having to worry about giving people a fork and knife, stuff they can pick up. So I do a big, beautiful ham, and then I do biscuits because I'm from West Virginia. We love our biscuits.
Yeah.
So I do biscuits, and then I do shrimp cocktail, deviled eggs, pimento cheese spread. I put out a crudité, and then we batch martinis. and everybody just, drinks and eats and hangs out. Last year we had on our invitation 6:30 to 8:30, and people didn't leave till 11 p.m.
So, Lenny, have you gotten your invitation? Because I'm waiting for mine, because I need to attend this party.
It sounds delicious.
It's fun. I mean, you're definitely a little swollen the next day after ham. It's a kind of a sodium bomb. Especially if you like a dirty martini like me.
But my goodness, you and I are lining up. We'll fight each other for the next day for the detox. That is so fun. Well, you've already given us some great ideas about how to entertain during the holidays, and I love that idea. I'm always looking for something a little different,
That's different. Ham and martini party.
I love it.
That's I like the way it sounds.
Me too. I just love
it's
that.
Fun. I think it's important to pick a theme. Mm-hmm. And then people get really excited about it. Like one year we did margaritas and tacos.
Wow.
And that was so much fun. We had a couple different kinds of tacos, build your own, and then pictures of martinis. Pictures of margaritas.
Right.
And that was great. And then like my cookie exchange party that I'm doing this week, that's a lunch party. So I'm going to set up a buffet in the kitchen with just a bunch of different salads and little sandwiches. Mm-hmm. And then I make a punch bowl, and everybody brings their cookies, and I got tins, and then you get to make your little set of cookies that you want to take home.
That's so great.
Wow.
Love it. Absolutely love it. What's the biggest mistake people make when it comes to entertaining during the holidays?
Ooh, I think any time is biting off more than you can chew.
Yes.
So, thinking that you have to do something really over the top and not taking the time to prep. Keep it tight, keep that menu tight and plan as much in advance as you can, and try to make yourself a checklist and think about, you're the guest, you're walking in, where are they going to put their coat? Is there somewhere to wipe their shoes off if it's snowing or raining? All those little things really add up. Go in your bathroom. Think somebody's coming in here. We need to have some disposable hand towels so that the hand towel in the bathroom isn't soaking wet and gross. It's all those little things that add up to make a really great experience. So give yourself the time. Start thinking about your party 2 weeks in advance and checking off that list to get everything done so that you can have fun too.
I love that. That is so good.
Wow.
Do you guys entertain much?
Well, in the summer we entertain.
Right.
Because I live in Martha's Vineyard, so the winter no one's there.
Right, exactly. Right. A man who's on the go a lot, I realize that. But the summertime. Yeah. You hit the nail on the head, Katie. I'm exactly the same way. I always say summer is actually, it's not a season, it's an event. For me, summer is an event. Yeah. So, I entertain all summer long like that, and then I do try to entertain during the holidays as well. Hey, I want to talk about Katie Biegel, and I want to talk about, number one, you have been on a Food Network show, The Kitchen, for, Katie, how long? 12 years?
12 years this month.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
crazy.
And the show, its last episode is going to air next week.
Yes, the last episode of The Kitchen is coming up, and it's really hard to say goodbye.
Yeah.
That show has been such a big part of my life that I'm having a hard time with it. To be completely honest, I am sad about it for sure. I love those people like my family.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. You're a podcaster.
Yes.
So
I have a podcast, All on the Table.
Yeah, tell everybody about that.
So All on the Table is about getting to know people through food. Obviously, food's the great connector, and it's what I'm super passionate about. And I say that you can get to know somebody by looking at what's in their refrigerator. Mm-hmm. And so I talk to my guests about what they like to eat, what they grew up eating, what they're cooking when they have nothing to cook at all, travels, and just getting into everything that's going on in life through our plate.
I love it.
Here's a tough question. What's your favorite meal? What is your favorite thing to cook or prepare or enjoy?
You know what my favorite meal to cook is Thanksgiving.
Wow.
I love to cook Thanksgiving dinner. I love making a turkey.
Yeah.
I love making all the sides. This Thanksgiving, we were in Florida at my husband's parents, and I cooked a large part of the meal. And to me, it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy Thanksgiving meal. And I love a Christmas dinner. Like, I love a holiday feast.
Right.
I guess that's my favorite thing to make is a holiday feast.
Wow.
That's fantastic. I wish that she could come to my house and do all
my
that.
God. Well, look at her. What a beautiful place you have. That's
it's a place to cook, a holiday feast for sure. Let's talk about what's happening in 2026 for you now that the kitchen has come to a close. And obviously the podcast, and I know you write books, and I know you've actually got your own channel where you're doing lots of things. But what's 26 going to look like?
So I think in 2026, I'll be continuing my podcast. I'll be continuing to work on Kind of Wild, and I'm going to launch a YouTube cooking show. So my YouTube channel is at Katie Lee Kitchen, and I put all my podcast interviews on there, but I'm going to start doing a cooking show from my house.
Good for you. So
I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. Now, will that be from there in Manhattan?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, here and also out in the Hamptons.
Yeah, that is so great. Good for you. Now, one of the things that you do that I find fascinating, and this is because I'm a huge fan, you have produced Hallmark movies, and you've even appeared in them. And I actually, I bounce around my house and act like I'm in a Hallmark movie on a regular basis. Wouldn't it be
that time of year, right?
Right, exactly. Wouldn't it be great if we were all in a Hallmark movie right now? There's never a mess in the kitchen. There's the decorations magically appear.
I love Hallmark movies. I like making people feel good. Yeah. And I think that starts with my cooking is making people feel good. And then I like stories and entertainment that make people feel good.
Yeah.
And then storytelling in general. I think I storytell through my recipes, but then also telling these stories through the movies. So my first Hallmark movie was called Groundswell, and that was based on a novel that I had written. And then last summer I did another movie with Hallmark called Catch of the Day that took place out in Montauk. And that was, I actually co-wrote that one and produced it, and I had a part in it.
Yeah, you sure did.
Right.
I saw that. I saw both of them, actually. I've seen them both.
Great.
Yeah, which is, I'm really not joking that a Hallmark movie is just, it just makes me feel good. It's escape from the world.
It's great for everybody.
No stress in the world.
Right.
Like, I don't need to watch a show that's going to stress me out. I want
Absolutely.
something that makes me feel warm and cozy.
My family would be a Hallmark movie. Nothing but chaos and complaints and
For all the movies and all the things you've been in, Hallmark has not called you yet, have they?
I haven't. I would do a Hallmark movie in a minute. I enjoy watching it.
I love it.
That's great. Well, listen, Katie, I've so appreciated your time today. I cannot begin to tell you. Before we wrap up, though, one last tip. Give everybody one last great tip for holidays, because we're based on that theme, this podcast. So one last great holiday tip.
I would say don't skimp on the alcohol. Make sure you are well stocked. I call it stock up season.
I think they call that's kind of wild.
Yes, that's right.
I love
Kind of wild.
You got the bases covered. So you can go kindofwildwines.com, get your case of white, get your case of red, get your case of sparkling. You don't have to think about it. Mark it off the list.
That's a good tip. I like that very, very much. Hey, thanks so much for being a part of the show today.
What a treat having you on. This is great. I'm going to go back and watch the Hallmark movies.
You guys.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Happy holidays to you, Katie.
Happy holidays to you. All right, take care. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back right here on Kerrigan & Company. The holidays are coming. Is your house ready? If you're like me, you probably want to make some changes before your friends and family arrive to celebrate the season. You might need entirely new lighting, or maybe you just want some new pieces of furniture or some accessories. No matter what you're looking for, my friends at Lucia Lighting and Design in Lynn can help. Start by going to lucialighting.com to take a tour of their beautiful showroom, then make an appointment to see their incredible inventory of in-stock items. That's lucialighting.com. Tell them Kim sent you.
Are you ready for the holidays? There's no better way to enjoy them than with Rumsen's Coffee Nog. And it's so easy to make. In a cocktail shaker filled with ice, gently combine 1 ounce of Rumsen's coffee rum and 3 to 4 ounces of Hood Golden Eggnog or your favorite eggnog. Strain over light ice in a glass of your choice. Yum, yum, yummy. Ask for Rumsen's Rum at your local liquor store today. Rumsen's. Life lived. Life enjoyed.
This segment of Kerrigan & Company is brought to you by Bill Haney's North Shore Music Theater. Get your tickets to A Christmas Carol on stage December 4th through December the 21st at nsmt.org. Welcome back, everybody, to Kerrigan & Company. So today our theme is holiday. Of course, Lenny Clarke keeping me company today, here representing the wonderful Globe Santa program.
Oh,
which is
yes.
so fantastic.
Yes.
70 years.
Right.
So we so appreciate that. Katie Biegel joining us, lifestyle expert, who told us that the number one thing you need to know about the holidays is have enough booze.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, right. There you go. She said she gets to know people by what's in their refrigerator. Well, now we know her pretty well, too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, my God.
Have enough booze.
Yeah.
I love that. But our next guest, this is someone I have known for a long time, and she used to be a regular with us.
I know. I've watched. I'm dying to meet her. I'm so happy to be on the show
so
with her.
Great. This is Jody Smith, and Jody is from Mannersmith Etiquette Consulting. And Jody, it's just great to see you. You look as great as you always have, and I'm so thrilled that you could be a part of the show today. And of course, this is Lenny Clarke.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here with both of you.
Thanks, Jody.
Thank you so much. So, every year we get about this time of year, and I start down my list of what makes me nervous about the holidays. And there's a whole bunch of things, because you kind of want to do the right thing. You're invited to a lot of people's homes or to a lot of people's parties. You invite a lot of people in. There's a lot of people that have come and gone in your life throughout the course of the year. And I'm always wondering what one should do to recognize them during the holidays, or, what's the right way to go about it.
Right.
So we are going to pose a few questions, Lenny, to Jody, and hear what she has to say about them. So if it's okay, I'll pose the first one.
Yeah, of course. Your show.
So Jody, my first question for you is this. I am always worked up about tipping, because I think a lot of people tip at this time of year.
Right.
So my question to you is, if you could give me an abbreviated list of the average, people who are in people's lives, who should you be tipping and how much at this time of year?
Oh, that's a good question.
So I'm going to give you an abbreviated list.
Okay.
Basically, you want to think about every single person, starting from January of 2025 through December, who's made your life a little bit better or a little bit easier. So this can be the people that tend your gardens, that snow blow your driveways, the people that take care of your kids, the people that walk your dog, if you have a house cleaner, if you live in a big building in downtown Boston and you have a concierge or a superintendent, if you have people that are coming to your house on a regular basis, if you're getting your hair done, your nails done, getting back massages, all of these people who make your life a little bit better and a little bit easier, this is the time to recognize them at the end of the year, and you do not need to wait to Christmas. Anytime after Thanksgiving, this is a great time to start tipping, especially for these people who made your life better. If you're giving them a tip that they can then use to buy toys for their kids, this is the time to start tipping.
Okay. And is there a percentage? Is there an amount?
So it used to be that there were amounts, but the thing is, things range widely. You have to think about your lifestyle and then extrapolate from there. So what I like to recommend is, if you are an organized person and you've been keeping track of your expenses, figure out everything that you've paid that person. So let's talk my hairdresser, for example. So I'm going to look at my hairdresser. How many times have I gone to her? What have I paid her for the course of the year? And then I figured somewhere between 15 and 20% of that. So if I am somebody that goes to the hairdresser every other week, I'm going to be tipping a lot more. And if I'm someone that goes to the hairdresser 4 times a year, I'm going to be tipping a little bit less. So I'm going to be thinking about what is my total expenditure. Somebody like my dog walker, I love my dog walker. She was amazing. And we would use her every week. And the old-fashioned way to figure out how to tip was to figure out what a week's worth of service was. And you give that amount as the tip. So hypothetically, if I was spending $50 a week, at the end of the year, I would give her $50. But my dog walker also would take my dog when I went on vacation. And that was more than $50 a week.
Sure.
So I figured out this little trick, and I would figure out everything that I spent for the dog with her for the course of the year, 15%, give that as the tip, and I knew I was good.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Great.
Do you have a question?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You had said the holidays and people have passed. I was at a funeral the other day, a wake, and I want to know when you go to a wake, because there are so many people waiting to pay their respects, is it proper to just say, I'm sorry, and how much I missed them, and if you need anything, and then move on? Because there was this one guy the other day, Sean Murphy. I'll mention his name. This guy, he sat there, he stood and talked to every single person in the line, 10 to 15. We're waiting. There were people outside in the rain. This guy's talking about reruns of the Golden Girls special. I mean, what the hell is wrong with this kid? What's the proper etiquette? Say you're sorry, give your regrets, and move on, right?
Right. Okay.
Yes, so any sort of receiving line is supposed to keep moving. So whether that's a wedding receiving line or a funeral receiving line, you give them a hug, a kiss if that's what they're doing.
Yep.
Then you say something brief, 30 seconds or less,
yes,
and then you move on. And then if there's another opportunity, if there's a meal back at the house or there's something after the ceremony, then you can have a longer conversation. Or even better yet, it's really hard to lose people, especially in the holidays. And at a funeral, it's so busy and there's so many people. But then a week later, the house is silent.
Right.
2 weeks later, this person is still in mourning.
Right.
And there's nobody there.
Right.
Save those stories. Go over there for lunch. Take them out for dinner and share those stories of the person, those memories, in the weeks and months to come.
Fantastic.
You were right on that one.
Fantastic. Yeah, you're great. I mean, I can't wait to bump into this kid and say, go over next week, you moron. You're holding up the line. Keep things moving.
He's going to become the funeral Gestapo, I think.
Keep it moving. A lot of people want to pay their respects.
All right, Jody, I've got one for you. Yeah. Let's say that you've been invited to a party, and you call the hostess and you say, what can I bring? And the hostess says, wow, I would love it if you could bring an hors d'oeuvre. Then do you need to bring a hostess gift?
Depends how close you are to this person or if it's your boss's house.
Okay.
So in general, so if this is a friend, so I'm living in a neighborhood, we all know each other very well. The kids go in and out of each other's houses and sometimes into the refrigerators. Yeah. These are people that I know really well. They say bring an hors d'oeuvre. I spend a lot of time and effort making the hors d'oeuvre. I'm good to go. If this is a more formal occasion, so I've been invited to the person who owns the company's home for a holiday party, and they do say, for whatever reason, that I can bring an hors d'oeuvre, I'm probably also going to bring a little something for the house. Okay. So a candle, a bottle of wine, some funny cocktail napkins, something like that. So depending on the situation, if this is a close friend, I don't need to. If this is a more formal invite, then yes.
Okay, very good.
Good answer.
Do you ever go anywhere without a hostess gift?
I find money works pretty good. It's a couple $100. Everyone have
Thanks
fun.
for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. A little something for you and the kids.
All right.
Lenny, are you free for dinner tonight?
Exactly.
I would go any place that you invited me.
Okay, now I got another question for you. Okay. Yeah. So, now I'm not trying to say this is my neighborhood, but just as a hypothetical, say you're having some of the neighbors in, but you don't like all the neighbors.
Oh.
and you're having them in for a little holiday brunch.
Right.
But there's neighbors that you just don't get along with.
Right.
Do you have to invite them? And if you do you have to be nice to them? No. Do you have to invite them, I guess, is really the question that I have.
So my overarching guideline for invitations is to figure out how many people. So whether this is a little kid's birthday party or going out for an anniversary dinner or a holiday party. So let's say in your neighborhood, you have 20 people and you want to invite 18 of them, and you don't like the other two,
right.
You need to invite the other two. Because percentage-wise, you have out of the 20 houses on your street, you have 18 of them that are coming. Right. You need to invite everybody. You don't need to have extended conversations with them.
Right.
Oh, Jody, it's so nice to see you. Oh, come on over here. Have you seen Lenny? So you greet me, and then you bump me off to somebody else.
Right.
You don't have to spend your time having a conversation with me. If in a group of 20, I'm only inviting 8 of my neighbors,
right.
then that's okay.
Right.
So if you're inviting the majority, then you need to invite them all. If
right.
you're inviting less than half, you're okay.
Okay, very good.
And the ones you don't like, try the bologna.
I thought you were going to say have the appetizer Jody brought.
I was just going to say, over there is what you're having.
Yeah. This is for the real people. You over there. Oh, my
Don't
God.
go near the shrimp. All right, Jody, now here's another one. Is it proper etiquette in this day and age to send a thank you through a text versus do I have to handwrite it and mail it?
I'm a stickler on this. So nowadays, because we have so many ways to communicate, people actually, I call it the belt and suspenders method. So when I get the present, I send them a text, especially if it got mailed. I want to make sure that they know that it got here safely.
Right.
Just received the box. I type with my thumbs. I just received the box. Thank you so much. Just opened it. It was some beautiful flowers. I am still going to write a handwritten thank you note. And you have to remember, this is a low-cost, high-impact social tool.
Yep.
You don't have to write an essay. This is not your version of Moby Dick. All you have to do is write, Dear Kim, thank you so much for the gorgeous flowers. Happy holidays. Hugs and kisses, Jody. And it's done. It's
right.
so easy.
Yeah.
So if you're asking me, if you like this person, even if you don't like this person,
right.
you are a good person. And this is a differentiator. Yeah. This is how we distinguish between people who have good manners and who don't.
My mother.
Yes.
Did your mother always?
My mother always said, write a note. Let it write a note. And, I have no punctuation, no spelling, all that stuff. But people that I've written letters to have really appreciated them. Some have even had them sent to investigators. When
Someone else wrote this?
No, they look. They have it. I forget what the time. But anyway, I do write notes, and it's so nice to get one from someone. Because what do you get? You get a letter in the mail. The bank says you owe $700.
Right, exactly.
You have to show up for court for this. But a nice thank you is, that was so kind of you, and I love it. I love it.
I find in this day and age, really, the only real notes that I get in the mail seem to come from maybe if I've a wedding gift or something like that. I think there's still a lot of protocol associated with that, and people recognize that's important.
Right.
I'm a note sender as well, but I will say that if you invite me to a party on next Friday, chances are very good I will send you a text the next morning, but I probably won't send you a handwritten note.
Yeah.
So. Is that?
Yes.
I'm kind of maybe I'm a bad guy.
That's totally fine. If they take you out for your dinner, or if the party was in your honor, then you would do.
Oh, you got to do it.
But if you're a guest at the party, especially in New England, in the South, it's a whole other story.
Oh,
but
I'm
in
sure.
New England, a thank you text for attending a party is totally fine.
Yeah.
Good. Absolutely.
I like it. That's great.
Not so bad.
Boy, you're so polite.
Isn't she lovely?
Yes.
I know. Okay, so biggest mistake. Biggest faux pas during the holidays that people make?
The biggest mistake that people make is when they're handed a present that they didn't anticipate. So let's say you got me a present and I didn't get you.
Yes.
That I make the mistake of pointing out the fact that I didn't think we were exchanging gifts. Oh, Kim, you shouldn't have done this. Why did you give me a present? I thought we weren't. And what I'm doing by doing that is I'm diminishing the gesture.
Yeah.
When somebody who you did not expect to give you a gift gives you a gift, what you say is, thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
And this is such a lovely surprise. Thank you so much for thinking of me.
Right.
And then, in addition to writing a thank you note, at some other point in time, I'm not running to my closet to look for a half-used candle to hand to you. At some other point in time, whether it's your birthday or just because I see something that I know you will love,
Yep.
I will give you a gift at some point in the next 6 to 8 months.
Right.
But when you're handed a gift, the response is thank you.
Very similar to a compliment. When people give you a compliment, you don't go, thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Because accepting a compliment, why diminish the fact that someone took the time to give you a compliment?
Absolutely.
Even if they're lying. Right. What do you care? Say, isn't that nice of you? Thank you. I think it's
That's
very
exactly
important.
the same thing. I couldn't agree more.
Yep.
It's exactly like that. And there's nothing more disingenuous than trying to turn around and make up for it immediately. That's
right.
That's not the way to do it.
You don't want to go overboard. You look great. Why, yes, I do. But thank you. Isn't that nice?
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know. I love that. Yeah. Oh, I know.
You have no idea. Jody, this has been so fun. I knew this would be great, and you are terrific. We want to remind everybody it is Mannersmith Etiquette Counseling and Consulting. I'm sorry. And Jody, how would people get hold of you if they, wanted for future reference, they wanted to maybe have you come in and speak or something like that?
Sure, Mannersmith.com, like a booksmith, a goldsmith,
Yes.
Mannersmith.com. You can tell me that you saw me on the Kim Kerrigan show, and I'm happy to respond to etiquette emergencies or anything else you have going on in your life.
Etiquette emergencies. That's brilliant.
It is.
Now, do you feel, I have one last question. Do you feel that kids, younger people today, are they farther away from the manners that our parents instilled in us? I mean, do they seem less etiquette-wise?
So that's an interesting question. I have a library of etiquette books. One of them is from 1882, and it starts off chastising parents for not training their children in the manners that their ancestors had. So this is something that you hear all the time. What I like to say is that etiquette evolves.
Right.
Etiquette evolves.
Yes.
It changes by society. It changes by culture. It changes over time. And what happens is the overarching guidelines of being courteous and respectful, those remain the same, but the way that we act does change.
Right.
If you're finding that there's a lot of people you think need a little bit of polish on their manners,
right.
I consider that job insurance for me.
Oh, good. Well, my father would always say things like, when you meet someone, shake their hand, look them in the eye, and express, and always be polite to women, just
Respect.
little things like, respect. You respect other people. And he also said things like, walk in like you own the place, because they're going to throw you out anyway.
Your parents sound wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
I was blessed. I had great parents. The only mistake they made was me. But nice people.
Jody, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jody. Have a happy Christmas, Merry New Year's, everything.
Great
Thank
to see you. Thank you. All right, we're going to wrap things up in just a moment. Everybody stay with us. This is Kerrigan and Company.
Since 1989, more than 1 million New Englanders have come to Bill Haney's North Shore Music Theater to see A Christmas Carol live on stage from December 4th through December 21st only. Tickets at nsmt.org.
There's nothing like all of the holiday parties and gatherings at this time of year. And of course, I want to look my best, and I know you do too. My friends at Sienna Aesthetic Medical Spa can make sure that happens. Now, through the end of the year, they're extending their Black Friday specials. That means you could enjoy 20% off hydrofacials and microneedling packages. They're offering discounts on Botox and so much more. And if you're looking for the perfect gift, how about a gift card? Make an appointment today. Go to SiennaAesthetics.com. That's SiennaAesthetics.com. This segment of Kerrigan & Company is brought to you by Sienna Aesthetics Medical Spa. Take years off your face with the very latest technologies at Sienna Aesthetics in Beverly. Welcome back, everybody. It's that time when we wrap things up. We have learned how to entertain. We have fabulous manners.
Yes, I feel much more polite.
Yes, you're coming off much more polite than when the show started.
I know.
All right, very quickly, you've done this before with me. You have to do it again.
Yep.
Fast five. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. What is one of the best gifts you got for Christmas as a child?
The fire truck from Globe Santa.
Absolutely. What is the best TV job you've ever had?
The job with Dennis Leary, because it was the most fun I've ever had shooting television.
Yeah, I bet so. Do you prefer original or peppermint hot chocolate?
Original.
If you could have been a regular on any sitcom that has been on TV, which one would you have chosen?
Cheers.
That's pretty good. If aliens landed on Earth tomorrow and offered to take you home with them, would you go?
In a heartbeat.
When you jumped off that bridge, I bet you thought the aliens had taken you, didn't they? Please take me. It's Globe Santa.
Yep.
Make sure you guys check it out.
Please.
Lenny's out telling everybody how much he appreciates it, and be sure that you do the same. And also, Scarpetta.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's March the 11th, and we want to make sure that everybody knows. And we'll remind people when we get a little bit closer to it, because I'll be watching it and I'll be telling everybody how great it is.
Right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
And Happy New Year, my dear friend. I hope 26 is the best year ever.
Oh, it's going to be better than 25. I guarantee.
Lenny Clarke, everybody. And by the way, be sure that you go to his website, because you can see some of the places that you're going to be performing over the next couple of months. All right, everybody. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
Hope
you,
you've enjoyed it.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for listening to Kerrigan & Company. To find out who will keep me company and be my co-host on the next episode, be sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. Kerrigan & Company is recorded at the Big Night Studios at the TD Garden in Boston. You can view the podcast on YouTube and listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure you tell a friend. The executive producer of Kerrigan & Company is David Thompson, and our social media managers are Grace Kerrigan, Colby Thompson, and Riley Thompson. See you next time.